What's going on? Y'all know what the hell the deal is, man. It's your boy JB the Don, aka the Spice Guy, man, and you are now watching Urban Swag TV, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on. And I'm y'all host, man, the Spice Almighty. And this program is sponsored by Spice Clothing, Urban Swag Records, Urban Swag Corporation, and Spice Gamers, man. Y'all make sure y'all go check out the Spice Gamers on Twitch, Spice Gamers on Twitch, man. Make sure y'all add me on PlayStation too. Spice Almighty on PSN and Spice Guy 888 on Xbox, man. Y'all know what the hell is going on. But let's go on and get to this topic, man. It's a lot of shit going on right now, man. Like with the music industry. First we're gonna talk about what the hell going on with Travis Scott and all the bullshit with the tour or whatever. Like, man, that shit is some weird shit going on. It's some weird shit going on with that shit, bro. I'm gonna let it be known. That's some weird ass shit. Motherfuckers passing out, motherfuckers dying and shit, and you in there still trying to finish the show, man. Fuck that show. Stop the show, man. Shit going on around this motherfucker, but shit's crazy, bro. They saying motherfucker was stabbing people with needles and motherfucker was getting trampled, beat the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They said like 300 people had to go to the hospital, man. Hold on, man. Let me just pull the clip right here and let y'all watch this.
Rails.
People unable to move, some collapsing to the ground. 19-year-old Quentin Savage was trampled on while trying to pull his brother out of a human body pile.
I was telling people like there are dead bodies over there, and nobody believed me.
Crowd chanting, "Stop the show." Scott still performing throughout the chaos. In this video, a seemingly unconscious man is carried through the crowd, man, as Travis Scott looks on nearby.
I don't know, man. They just said people was passing out. You know, they said a security guard got pricked by a needle. If you're on Facebook heavy, if you're not like recently, it was a man in the store and he pricked a woman with a semen filled needle, man. It's like, man, the world is getting crazy, man. The world is getting stupid crazy, and you gotta protect yourself in the best sort of manner that you can, man, because people is getting crazy out here. But on further news, we gotta talk about Kanye ass, bro. This nigga is tripping, fam. This nigga done sent everybody a text message said, "I'm richer than all you motherfuckers." I would've did the same shit too, though. I would've did the same shit. All you motherfuckers been talking shit on that funny shit. I would've sent all you niggas a text like, all you niggas eat a dick, cause I'm richer than all you niggas on everything. I would have sent that same message. I wouldn't blame Kanye. Kanye do need to get his head fucked up. Soulja Boy, I don't know what the fuck Soulja Boy on. That nigga was on that booger sugar or something. That nigga got turned up. That nigga say, "What the fuck is wrong with your head?" Like, he was tripping out. I don't know what the hell Soulja on, man. Soulja my nigga, man. I fuck with Soulja, but man, Soulja been tripping. I don't know if it's just some clout chasing shit or he feel like this is a new wave and this is his new wave. And yelling the camera, but I am not gonna lie, the shit is funny as hell, bro. Now I want to hear the Soulja Boy verse. Like, where is the verse? Can somebody link the verse, please? Or is it a video with the verse in? If it is, please comment it so I will see it later and I can watch it, because I want to hear what the verse sound like. Because Kanye said that shit was trash after bigging the nigga up. But I wouldn't be mad, because at least the nigga bigged you up and let you know, like, yeah. But I would kind of be mad, but you know, he was like, maybe he didn't know how Soulja was gonna take it. Cause the nigga like feeling was hurt, like, nigga, he yelling on the camera, like Soulja tripping. But yeah, man, that shit is crazy. Then Kanye, you know, say that he Benny singles on, he's gonna shoot Benny some money for the Yeezy. And I'm like, man, shoot my nigga Benny some money, man, cause Benny been looking kind of bad, man. You know what I'm saying? I heard Benny been going through tax problems and all that type of shit, man. Shoot my nigga some Beanie some money, man. For real. Shoot my nigga, if he did that for you, shoot my nigga Beanie some money, man. Straight up. Shoot my nigga Beanie Siegel some money. He need that. Cause I don't understand, like, everybody running to Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z's just like this big ass thing, but like, I feel like personally, Master P done made motherfuckers more richer than Jay-Z have, because motherfuckers that's been fucking with Jay-Z been going through tax problems and a lot of other shit. Them niggas be broke as fuck. You feel me? For For motherfucker Meek Mill to say he ain't made no money off his music, and that's another subject we finna get into. It's like, nigga, why the hell is you signed to what the hell Rock Nation management doing? Because nigga, ain't they supposed to be figuring out some way for you to get paid? Nigga, you been rapping for this long and you ain't been making no money? Nah, y'all tripping. But that's another thing, bro. I've been seeing videos, and it's a lot of artists is now starting to speak out against these labels, and it's kind of crazy because these are the people that we think that are the people that are getting paid in the industry. These are the people that we feel like, hey man, these people are making shitloads of money. They're doing tours, they doing this and they're doing this, and we're feeling like, man, they're making this type of money, but in real life, they're not making that type of money, man. They're barely surviving the same way we barely surviving, man, and that's really crazy. That's really crazy, man. They barely surviving the way we surviving. I have an interview where Snoop Dogg says he haven't made any money for publishing from none of the Death Row records, checks. Which is crazy. I'm like, man, like these. Okay, it's too many people in music for me. I don't know about anybody else that I feel like should have some money. You mean I wrote all the and it's R. Kelly and Snoop Dogg, because ain't nobody did more in music than them two. Like, you know what I mean? Snoop is like the greatest rapper in the world. I don't care what anybody say. Snoop is better than Tupac. Snoop is better than Jay-Z. Snoop is better than anybody. I don't give a damn when nobody say Snoop Dogg was on wrestling. Snoop Dogg got songs with Indian, Iranian, nigga. Snoop is on everywhere. He's global. Snoop is bigger than Jay-Z. The only thing that stops, like, makes it different from Jay-Z and Snoop, maybe Jay-Z got more money and his money management is better than Snoop, but star power, I'm not making this shit up, music wise, and man, when we Snoop flushed Jay-Z out the water. I don't even know. I respect and I love DMX personally. I love DMX. I'm a rough rider till I die. You feel me? But I feel like they really slept on Snoop, and they could have gave him a better verses, bro, because he wiped the floor with DMX. DMX ain't have enough hits for Snoop. You feel me? Like, he really didn't. Like, I love DMX to like DMX. Like, but DMX didn't have enough hits for Snoop. Like, Snoop ain't even dig in the barrel. Like, I was looking for Snoop to play some of the shit that I was looking for him to play. Like, he didn't even play that. Like, bro, he didn't even go into like the archives of Death Row. He didn't go on it because, like, Snoop is so legendary. Like, Snoop not only is an artist of Death Row, but he's another artist of No Limit that got classic records with rappers of No Limit. They got classic records with rappers from G-Unit and classic records from, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Snoop is like the biggest rapper in the world, because Snoop is no person or any record or person that's living I haven't seen Snoop collab with that has a name for themselves. Like, Snoop is the biggest rapper in the world, and I don't care. Like, man, get in the comments if you feel different, but Snoop is the biggest rapper in the world. But back to what I was saying, man, he was saying that he's not getting paid for his music. And you have other artists like Meek Mills. You have other artists like Summer Walker. So my question is like, is music really worth it anymore? Because you have artists that's hustling and busting their ass and only getting paid $600 for streams, for 1 million streams. Now, for an independent artist, you be like, yeah, that's good for the independent, but you got to think of how much promotion and how much money it's going to take for you to get to that million. Like, you're not going to get to 1 million views with a Ramley Lamb book video, you know. You have to spend that budget. So if you got a good budget, a good video, you spend money on an album cover, you spend money on a studio, you spend money on this. Now, you are already down $3,000-$4,000 before you even seen the paycheck. And that's if you can get them streams. You know what I'm saying? To that amount of money. But that's what's going on right now, man. And I feel like it's kind of crazy because they done took, we as independent artists, we was winning because we could sell CDs. If you can sell CDs now, you still winning. Like, if you can make streams and you're doing good streams, you're still winning because all that money's coming in your pocket. If you're doing shows on your own, you still winning. But now I feel like there's no reason to get a label because, like, there's no, if a label signs you, there's no money. Everything that you're making now will have to go back to paying the label back because the money that you were spending independent is not really, yeah, you can survive off that. But the money that these labels spending, it takes money to get back. And most likely you're not going to get a deal from an artist that's signed to a bad deal. So you got to think about the artists that signed under Meek Mills. Do they got good deals? No. Why would he give them a good deal if he ain't got a good deal? How is they getting money off their records if he's not getting money off their records? You know what I'm saying? So that's a different thing, man. So now is that now like artists is like Summer Walker. You have Summer Walker that signed to a bad contract. You got Megan Thee Stallion that was recently came up that she was signed to a bad contract. And it's kind of crazy, man, because it's like a time machine, man, to where you see the labels win time and time after again, where the artist is left with nothing and these labels making billions and billions of dollars, and the artist is left with nothing. You know, because they signed their life away for the little smallest change and didn't wait it out. And even if the artists do break to do good for themselves independently, or break through to do anything for themselves, it's like they try to close you out or try to shut you down in some form of fashion. Like, you know, it's crazy with this stuff, man. But if you got any questions, man, if you got any insight on what I'm saying, man, make sure y'all do comment, man, because this is a big subject right now for all the independent and even major label artists, man, because the algorithm and the money's not there anymore. Like, people's not buying CDs. People is barely going to shows. People is barely, you know, streaming sites is barely paying. So, you know, how is the average artist surviving? And if you getting money, if they sign you for $3 million or $4 million, $5 million, that's not $5 million in your pocket. That's a $5 million advance towards your project. So all that $4 or $5 million has to get ran back toward them, plus interest. You don't get the 4 or 5. You don't get the 4 or 5. So you don't get the $4 or $5 million that all that in your pocket. Not only do you have to split that with labels, you have to split that with your management team. You have to split that with your role manager, your whole team. You have to split that money up. So that $5 million that you got, no, most of the time, shit, you're gonna end up with like $3 million, because taxes gonna take half of that. So shit, you really paying back money that you never really seen, because you're gonna spend $3 million before the money even get to you. That's paying your manager, that's paying your attorney, that's paying everybody their money before the money even gets to you. And then when the money gets to you, that's for your project. That's not necessarily for you to go spend and buy cars and buy houses and do all that. Because if you spend all that, now you don't have the money to put it towards your project. So that's how artists are losing now, because they get that money and they spend it, and now when it comes to their project flops because they don't have any money to put towards promotion. They don't have no money to put towards this. They don't have no money to put towards that. And they can't do anything to get any money because they're in a contract. And anything they do to get extra money, the label they want to see some money back, because in the all initial of getting signed, it's a loan. It's not necessary, hey, I like you, I'm going to give you a free $5 million and we just finna record a record. No, it's not like that. No, we finna give you a $5 million loan. Taxes is going to take half of that. And you're going to pay that back plus interest. Then you see your money. And that's how it goes. And some of the time, you never really get to recoup or even see the money that you really owe, because it's a lot of things. You can see the money that you could recoup your album, but you didn't sign your publishing away. You didn't sign this away that you didn't know, or you signed this away that you didn't know, or that was in a contract. So you're not receiving this amount of money for this, or you're not receiving this amount of money for that, or you receiving 2% or 3% of this and this and that. So, you know, it's a lot of stuff to go on in this record business now that makes it in a loop. Like, it always been going on, but I'm glad now that it's more popularized. Now that we have the internet and we have communication with other artists, and artists are gladly opening up, because it's like, man, you have people like New Edition or people like this person has sold hundreds of millions and millions of records, and they're broke because they done signed their publishing over. They didn't sign their they didn't sign their masters over. They didn't sign their, they didn't sign their name over. They don't own nothing. That's why you see some rappers, when they leave labels, they change their name, they change their brand, they change this because like the label own that. They can't do nothing with that no more. They gotta go over here and start something totally different and move over here and do something totally different. You know what I mean? And that's where you hear other artists like Mike Jones and a lot of other artists that's telling people like, man, this is how I got screwed over. It's not necessarily that I just fell off. It's necessarily that shit, I got screwed over and I wasn't getting paid the money I was supposed to get paid, or I wasn't getting this is what I was supposed to been getting. Or if I did get it, I'm getting robbed from accountants and managers, because a lot of rappers in the beginning try to put family members in positions as their managers, as their attorneys, as their this. And these people start seeing these millions coming in, and they like, man, look, they done swiped 100,000 and got away with it. They done swiped 200,000 and got away with it. They done swiped 3,000 and got away with it. They done swiped 5 million and got away with it. So they done swiped and all this money and they're getting away with it. They like, man, let me see if I can just keep on. They gonna keep on swiping until soon there's nothing left. Soon there's nothing left. Like Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson had 500 million. Man, and Don King and wife and, man, them people put that work on Tyson, man. Tyson worth about 2 million now. Nah, and the drugs and all that, but come on, man. You I don't give a damn how much drugs you spend. You're not spending no 500 million on it. I'm pretty sure Don King and Robin Givens and the attorneys and the white people and all that took a lot of big portion of that 500 million. You know what I'm saying? A lot of big portion. That's why I give a salute out to Money Mayweather, because looks like him and his team is getting paid. Anywhere it go, he's getting paid. He's not. If he is getting screwed by the white man, it don't look like it. Or they might not making it seem like it. Or the white man is not visible, but he's getting paid. There's a lot of black people that's getting paid. And there's a lot of black people that want to look like they're getting paid, and people that want to look like they're getting paid. But in reality, they're not getting paid. They're in the background getting screwed, and all they trying to do is look like it so they can keep a smile on their face. But they know in the background they getting fucked. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't gonna let us know because they don't want to look like a fool. Like, damn, why you sign that badass deal? Damn, why you ain't getting paid for your shit? Damn, why you ain't? Because they don't know. They can't answer the question because they don't know. Some of these people signed contracts in 1992 and still haven't got a paycheck. To now, they haven't got a paycheck. Or since then, they haven't got a paycheck. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, these record labels, man, I say, man, if you a rapper, if you a anything, man, make sure you do your studying on these labels, on these businesses, and make sure you don't just do business with anybody, man, because these people, they'll come looking at you green face smiling, hey, how you doing, man, and they be the first ones to screw you over, man. So make sure y'all do y'all research on this, man, because this is real big stuff. Your favorite artist is getting screwed. Biggie Smalls didn't own his stuff. Tupac didn't own his stuff. A lot of big artists that we think, hey, man, they own their stuff. They weren't like Master P. I remember he had an interview, and Master P had an interview, and he was saying this. He was like, man, I paid $10,000 for this lawyer, right? And he said, I was asking the lawyer, how much does the highest paid entertainer make? The highest music can make? And he was like, the highest music. He was saying Michael Jackson lawyer. And he said the highest person that's getting paid is Michael Jackson. And he makes 22% on the record. So if that means that's the highest person in the world in the music industry, and he's only making 22% a record. Master P say, how can I ain't working, I ain't fucking with that 25%. Let me see. He said, man, but you can get an 80-20 deal. It's a distribution deal. You know what I'm saying? But even with that distribution deal, Master P made so much money that they didn't want to pay him. He was making more money than the labels was making. They didn't want to pay him. They was like, man, you're making too much fucking money. We don't want to, man, we should have never signed this fucking deal. We should have tried to put you, we should have signed you as an artist, or we should have signed you as this. We should have never let you make this much fucking money. And that's what they did with P. So then you start understanding, like, damn, why P disappeared and why P changed this, because they made him do it. They didn't want to pay him his money. They didn't want to give Master P his money, man. And it's a lot of people like that, man, that, you know, they hold you, they take your shit, they don't want to give you your money, man. So you stuck out in the cold. But you got to listen to these artists, man, that don't take the money that's in your hand and look at it, oh, they finna give me $1 million, because even if a person sign you for $1 million a day, it's not necessarily a whole million. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. This your boy JB the Don, aka the Spice God. This is Urban Swag TV, and y'all know what the fuck going on. Make sure y'all tune in for episode 2, man. Spice God, Urban Swag TV. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Numbers.
Got the dope. Dope. I got the dope.